Once upon a grey, drizzly, thoroughly miserable little time, in the sort of Britain where the rain came sideways, and a good day was when the chippy forgot to charge for scraps, there lived a man named Simon. Now, Simon was not quite the fearless journalist he imagined himself to be, nor was he the celebrated film noir or sleuth mystery writer his grand ambitions had promised, while he stared dramatically out of bus windows with a second-hand camera and delusions of espionage. No, Simon was something far more curious indeed. He was a wandering collector of information already out there for everyone to read, hear, or accidentally stumble across after 2 minutes on the internet. Yet, for the good of the people, naturally, Simon felt it was his solemn duty to unearth these already unearthed truths himself. All for the small price of a crappy book. A book which, at first glance, seemed to contain rather a lot of blank pages, a bit like buying a sausage roll and discovering you've mainly purchased hot air and regret. It's amazing how easy it is to get artificial intelligence, or even ChatGPT, to write a book these days, with just a few prompts of code. Anyway, Simon appears like a spy in a field that's waiting for a drop. No, he's just out on a walk with his camera. Armed with little more than that camera, and enough self-importance to sink a canal barge, Simon drifted about the countryside looking like James Bond, if Bond had been forced to shop exclusively at car boot sales and had once been barred from a village fete for asking too many mysterious questions near the raffle. Oh, he truly believes his self-importance. He's got contacts, he tells his followers. Generals, majors, chief inspectors of the Salvation Army, probably someone's cousin called Barry in a Weatherspoons and all. Simon keeps everyone waiting for many, many weeks. Months even. Like a school raffle where first prize is disappointment and second prize is another Simon update. Still, to his loyal followers, Simon painted grand pictures, astonishing truths, explosive revelations, earth-shattering evidence that would rock Britain harder than discovering your local kebab shop had somehow won best hygiene in Greater Manchester. It finally comes to the crunch. He has to provide some evidence of truth. And of course, like a child with more imagination than sense, Simon imagines a plan. The kind of plan that a certain Mr. FOB once caused and regretted. Now, before anyone starts moaning into their tea, shouting that never happened, or clutching their pearls so tightly they cut off circulation, let it be known, this is a true story, a 100% factual story, from when Mr. FOB was a feral youth. Common sense was still under construction. As a child, Mr. FOB ran with much older children, a group of tough nuts who at the time were what some might describe as skinheads, not through politics, through music, and because haircuts were cheaper than shampoo. Anyways, we used to play war and battles through blazing summer holidays, charging about fields like deranged pound shop commandos. Some of us spent pocket money on ex-service gear from the army and general store. Mr. FOB had a battle dress jacket, assorted hats, and enough military nonsense to look like a one-boy invasion of Belgium. Well, one day, while we were all mid-battle, Mr. FOB mentioned that his dad had a video camera. Now, this was at a time when saying your dad had a video camera was like saying he worked for NASA or knew where Lord Lucan was hiding. Most of us didn't even have a proper video player. Mr. FOB had a coat hanger for an aerial and considered that cutting-edge technology. Everyone was so excited, and it made Mr. FOB popular. Even the bigger boys were impressed. The plan was simple. Get the camera, make a war film, just like John Wayne. Only with less Hollywood, more mud, and at least one child crying because he'd been hit with a stick slightly harder than agreed. This story went on for a whole week, each day during a hot summer holiday. For 7 glorious days, young Mr. FOB was basically Spielberg in scuffed trainers. Until one day it came to the point where Junior Mr. FOB needed proof. They waited outside little Junior's house, and from the toy box, like a magician whose career was about to end before it had even begun, that little rascal emerged with his cunning plan. Not a mighty video camera, not cinematic greatness, not even a broken camcorder. But a one-handled child's toy that, when you looked into it and spun the handle, showed clips of Disney movies. So without the cartridges in the camera, he took it outside where everyone was waiting anxiously. Well, you should have seen their faces. Complete devastation. Like watching a man proudly open what he believes is a premium lager, only to discover it's alcohol-free shandy. They looked completely and utterly disappointed for believing such a far-fetched story that an 8-year-old was telling them. Goes to show how stupid teenagers were back then, I guess. Though judging by social media, perhaps not much has changed. But here's the thing. Well, it didn't hurt my friendships, because childhood in Britain was resilient like that. Later that very week, while Mr. FOB's parents were out, he snuck off, joined in smoking 10 number 6s like a tiny chimney with bronchitis, and became the brunt of a stunt where a 15-year-old beauty was dared to kiss Mr. FOB with tongues. Oh, the joys. Nothing says coming of age quite like cheap cigarettes and confusion that lingers longer than the smell of stale pub carpet. This is a 100% factual story from when Mr. FOB was a feral youth. And this, boys and girls, is exactly why FOB smells something fishy when he hears evidence dressed as fact by someone who may either be working for someone else, which is doubtful, or is simply fantasizing over a life he wished he had lived. Because when self-importance grows too large, people eventually notice. Especially when sales are tied to a book full of nothing that proves very little. Anyone with genuine hard evidence, if they were an upstanding citizen of the community, would do what is right. Not flog vague fantasy like some dodgy bloke down the market selling designer gear from a bin liner next to batteries that definitely shouldn't be trusted. This may upset some people, but it means nothing so long as you know what you're dealing with and where your money is going. So to the so-called nationalist saying he is leaving the country, just like so many planning to vanish heroically with YouTube proceeds. So boys and girls, subscribe or unsubscribe, it makes no difference. Mr. FOB makes nothing from any of this. No PayPal, no fancy camera, just an old PC that Mr. FOB personally built from scratch many moons ago, probably while swearing at loose wires, threatening the motherboard, and wondering why one screw was left over. I'll leave you with this message. Mr. FOB hates no one. Mr. FOB hates grifts. Save your money. Spend it on yourself. Buy yourself a gift, only if you can afford it. Be blessed, and we will make it through to the other side of the madness, preferably with enough left for petrol, a chippy tea, and maybe even a pint if things improve. Stay safe. And as always, this has been a Focus on Britain production.
I'm just thinking in relation to what we're talking about with Thorpe, right? I'm going to go at this. I'm going to see if I can get hold of his details, right? I've got to speak to the Daily Mail in the morning anyway. I'll make them aware of everything on underside with him, because maybe they've got greater resources to get hold of him, and maybe we would do something joint with them where we could get him repeating to me what he's repeated to Dean if he's trying to buy him off. Then we've got them. It's 3 strategies. The end result is taking these scumbags out, right? It's about taking these scumbags out. Nobody wants... It's embarrassing for one, right? This whole thing on this Unite the Cringedom thing. They banned some woman that was coming, they banned her, and the whole thing, the police resources it's going to take to tie up. Then you have the far left coming to fucking protest it. And what's it going to achieve? Nothing. He will obviously be aware that we've been dealing with Dean. They're obviously monitoring your channels, right? So they're aware of everything that's going on. So if he got a call from me, it might shit him up, actually. It might shit him up to such a degree that I would really doubt that anyone in the civilian sector could hack WhatsApp. But if they've got anybody, it would be Israeli, yeah? Be a guy called John Shepherd from Ironbridge, I think it is, in the Midlands. Be a guy called John Shepherd who's not with the Israeli embassy. I will need to get a voice changer before we do that, and I need to speak to Mark, right? So I can't have a recording of my voice around this, because you know certain enemies of ours, voice recognition, and you know who we're targeting at behind the scenes here. Our non-pork and shellfish eating friends. I want to take them all out, right? I don't want to play games with them online. I want to decimate the entire operation, right? Simon, let's talk in the morning, because I've just got in and I'm absolutely walking fucking miles. I'm absolutely stuck.
When the phone is not being used, remember the submarine technique. You know, come to the surface, do what you've got to do, then dive, off sonar, quickly. And he's down. And he's down. And he's down, secured. He's out. And he's down. And this one's not getting up. Secondary strike. And again, he's down. Because we're dealing with an expert martial artist with several black belts. Fantastic. Ferocious. And fast. The way it should be. The hunter is stopped. Those who are about to die, salute you. And these 2 hunters are down. Contact, 119 degrees northeast.
Whoa. What's going on?
So basically what you're saying is that he was just too good for you. So what happens when you're walking through the forest at night and you're hunted and there's an ambush waiting? Such creepy terrors of the night in the forest.
Oi! Rain on the parker, chips in the paper, bus stop philosopher, budget news caper, South Bank thoughts, tea gone cold but he still took him, mate. What's upon the Tuesday, sky look bruised, Brie and all damp bus, time to bus confused, pigeons on the bins look vexed, proper rude, wind so sharp, make your nan say bloody hell, strutting through the drizzle like he is MI5, brutal bomb but the Astra barely starts alive, second hand Kodak, trench coat dreams, looking for conspiracies in village greens.
Man said I got sauces, big forces, chief inspector from the Sally Army 2, plus back some spoons on a carling or two.
Blind page, big claim, will smoke no flame, paperback grift in the patriot game, spy in a field, now just walking his route, camera click, but there's nothing to shoot. Blank page, big chat, all fog, no fact, like a sausage roll full of nothing but act.
Now listen, reminds me of your phobia. He'll tear away youth in the summer heat, rolling with the older lads, skinhead beats. No politics, just boots and cheap street treats. 6 weeks off, war games in the grass, pound shop commandos, no one in class. Army surplus, jacket Belgium on the brain, swinging sticks round like we are storming Normandy again. Then came the flags. My dad has got a video camera. Whole estate froze like he had said Prime Minister. Lost a level status in them analog days.
Blank page, big claim, will smoke no flame, paperback grift in the patriot game, spy in a field, now just walking his route, camera click, but there's nothing to shoot. Blank page, big chat, all fog, no fact, like a sausage roll full of nothing but acts.
Man came out, toy in hand, one little viewfinder from Disneyland. Spin that wheel, Mickey on parade, not apocalypse now, just a childhood charade. Faces drop harder than warm flat lager, dreams got dashed in the neighborhood.
Blank page, big claim, will smoke no flame, paperback grift in the patriot game, spy in a field, now just walking his route, camera click, but there's nothing to shoot. Blank page, big chat, all fog, no fact, like a sausage roll full of nothing but acts. Later that week, parents out chaos in, 10 number 60 tiny lungs wearing thin, tongue kissed by a dare from a queen, Britain writes a passage, nicotine dream that is real, that is